Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Okami HD Praiseless Challenge on the Nintendo Switch, where we have arrived at the Gale Shrine after forever. Oh no, talking! I forgot that there was talking right outside this. Onward! We don't care about that stuff. Oh no, more talking! Hello, Ghost Man. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm here to fix that evil that has befallen this shrine. Yes, I am a fair maiden, apparently. All because he can't see. Oh, why did I have to forget that there was this talking part? I would have already done it if I had remembered that this was going to happen. I had so much time between recordings to just do this little bit, but no! I had to make sure I didn't miss entering the shrine or any of that stuff, so now I just gotta sit through this at a less convenient time than I could have. Behold the orbs that let me enter the shrine. I got those from a bunch of dogs. And now I can enter this place and purge it of evil. What are you doing, Susano? Yes, I opened it. Yes, you're communing with a god right now, so I guess he's not wrong, per se. Onward to victory! Well, so far this looks more like a mine shaft than a shrine, but I guess this is kind of a mountain village, so it's probably built right into one of the cliffs. I guess that would make sense. Treasures! Let's check our map. Where are we going? Both ways look like dead ends. This way looks less special, meaning there may be treasures. And treasures are our friends. Demon shrine thingy. And we want battles. Oh no, new enemies! It's interesting how the new enemies are always introduced like this with a little cinematic thing and then a scroll to show them off, and then you can look up more information in the bestiary. We have Monkey Water Pot Man. That's his name now. What are the buttons? Okay, I'm remembering the buttons. It's been a long time. Things haven't been ideal for resuming this. Do I circle you? No, do I slash you? That was good enough. Open your pot. That's not the way I slashed you, but okay. That seems to be the only time I can even hurt this guy. I just gotta beat on him until he falls over. And then slash. And then victory. First battle down. We're already off to a great start. And then appears a key. So this way was mandatory. This way to something. I can't think of stuff to talk about. It's been so long since I've played this game because I wasn't able to really do much. I tried to do a little bit of stuff here and there, but this game kinda got put on hiatus. I got to the Gale Shrine really quickly since the last time I had to do this stuff, but then I just didn't, for one reason or another, just didn't have the opportunity to make any progress. So I'm a little rusty. For anyone who's curious about why we're here, though, basically, like it's already been said, this place is called the, hold up, dialogue that I don't need to show. Yes, we have seen this mark before. It is a cherry bomb. And then the elevator eats the bomb for some reason. And then we go up. How do normal people use this elevator? Do they have to board it with explosives? Enemy! Defeat the enemy. Give me money. Give me your monies and stuff. And your fangs. And then, kerpow! Oh, it sprayed me with water. Sir, do you attack? Or do you just jump around and stare at me? I guess we're still kind of early, but I feel like enemies should attack. Should defend themselves in some way. Or is that whole enemy's bit to distract me from more threatening enemies by just running around dodging me? Grab the key. Onward to find where this key goes. Are there secrets back here? Secrets. A flaming chest. I can't get flaming chest yet. I need powers that I'm pretty sure I get here, because they're mandatory for this dungeon. Come with me, key. Let us go to Let us go to the 3rd floor. How would a normal person survive that fall? This shrine seems accessible to me, but it doesn't seem very practical for use by mortals who don't have magical bomb summoning powers or who can't survive 10-story drops. I will stab your face with this key and then you die and unlock the door. Because they couldn't just have standard locked doors in this game. That would be too normal. That must be one heck of a view. It's called wind. Wind can be black. It's just evil wind. Wind powers. I used all my ink to do that, because by this point I should have more ink, but I don't. Huzzah! The wind is back. The windmill is turning again. And we are jumping for joy. Yay! We are one step closer to saving this land. That wind, I guess, should purify the land, because as I was trying to say, well, we're still doing talking stuff. I'll save the important commentary for when stuff is actually happening. That's worth showing. Kerpow! Summon Horse Fan Man. That's your name, right? Horse Fan Man? It's not some weird, complicated, Japanese name that I'm going to forget by the time this dialogue is done. Ah, damn it. Wind powers, go! We can make wind now. Alright, so we have restored the wind. The land is no longer tainted by evil wind, which should purify the town down below us, because, as I keep trying to say, the reason we are... Okay, I don't have double jump yet. The reason we are here, I want that treasure. That is the reason we are here. To get this treasure. Onward to treasure! Cha! I don't have double jump yet. Why? Okay, I was making that more complicated than it needed to be. Treasure. Useful treasure. But I still need one more to get more health. I wonder if I've missed any. Maybe I should look into if I've missed any in previous dungeons or just on the map at some point. I know I said I wasn't going to look those up previously, but I'm starting to feel like maybe I should, just because. But we'll see. Maybe I'll save that for if I actually start struggling. Destroy the fire with wind! And then get a cutscene to show me that I destroyed the fire with wind. Yes, I understand what I just did. And then kerpow! And now we return to this room with windmills. How are normal people supposed to get around this shrine? It just keeps becoming more perplexing by the minute. Wind powers, go! That was not a good direction for wind powers, go! Is there even anything over here? Is this just useless? Yes, that is useless. So, that way. Lead me to progress and treasure. Brush tips, I don't need that. I know what I am doing. I've beaten this game 2.5 times. I know how to do things. I understand basic stuff. Free the treasure from its plight so we can do that. And get a pearl. Complete with clam. I once made a guy at work laugh because we had this trash compactor thing in the back, and it sprung a leak, and it was squirting out water. And I called the maintenance guy to take a look at it. And I got a laugh out of him when I pointed at the spot where I noticed that the liquid was shooting out. And I told him that when the compactor was crushing things, it was squirting liquid out like a clam. I don't know, I think maybe just the line itself combined with just my total deadpan, matter-of-factual delivery just got a laugh out of him. Not like a huge laugh, but it was a decent chuckle. A memorable story about clams, because that's why we're here. We're here to vanquish evil and tell stories about clams. And get treasures. That's not more clams, maybe it's made of clams. We're all about clams today, I guess. Vine powers, pull me through the— oh, okay, that didn't work. I was thinking it would drag— I was thinking I would like drag around it. But no, it just got me stuck, and then at least it wasn't permanently stuck. Treasure! More useless treasures that only exist to be sold for money. But it's still more interesting than just getting money. I kind of like sellable items because, yeah, all they're for is getting you money, but having items like that has a bit more personality to it than just money. Plus, it gives you another thing to try and go for if you're a completionist sort who wants to try and 100% the game. Fire! What's our solution to fire? Wind! I was hoping I could make it, but I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. I feel like they spaced them out just enough, so you have to stop every single time. I'm sure speedrunners could get through somehow. They would like do it so perfectly that they would get by. But whatever. Oh, a golden shrine. Am I at the end of this dungeon already? I guess the dungeons are just really short this early on, or maybe all the dungeons are short. I feel like they get longer eventually, but yeah, this is the final room where we're gonna have to fight Crimson Helm. And there's a thing we were told about by, what's-his-face? Yeah, that. A serpent crystal for dispelling Orochi's barrier. Orochi's kind of the big bad right now. One of the interesting things about this game's story is it's divided into story arcs, kind of like an anime or something. Each major part of the game is divided into like its own little story. So instead of one whole, it is one whole collective plot, but it's divided into a lot of subsections or story arcs, as you will, like an anime or something like that. Oh, it's Crimson Helm, our next boss fight. This dungeon has been rather uneventful, but now we have to fight a boss in our weakened, unpraised state. A Crimson Helmet? Hey, it must be Crimson Helm. No shit, I haven't seen people state the obvious that severely since Brave Fencer Musashi on the PlayStation.
If that bell drops onto the flame, it'll go out!
The Satomi power orbs have come to aid me for some reason. I do not need help. I can fight this guy without assistance. Dodge. See, look how much of a loser he is. As I do no damage. Speaking of the orbs, as I've been trying to explain why we're here, or at least summarize it. Oh, okay. I think I have to blow wind on you. Not yet. I don't remember exactly when or how to hurt this guy. I'll just run around for a second, see if I find an opening. Maybe... I felt like I'm supposed to blow wind on him to get rid of his heat or armor or something. Maybe I have to hit him a bit first. There we go. Okay, that's what it is. I knock off the armor, then blow wind to get rid of the fire, and then So anyway, the reason why we're in this place is because basically we came to a town that was cursed. All the people were depressed or ill or whatever. The land was basically rotten. And so we had to, and the cause of all that was the wind. The wind had been cursed. And so the land wasn't being purified like it normally is. And the cause of that was this guy in this shrine, plus that demon wind that we dispelled earlier. So we had to, so we met the local shrine maiden who needed to get inside the shrine to fix it, but in order to get inside, she needed these Satomi power orbs, each one being owned by one of the Satomi canine warriors, who are a group of dogs that are chosen to basically be the aid of the shrine of this place, or the shrine maiden or whatever. So we did that. The dogs weren't responding though. Like, she sent out the call to them, but a lot of them didn't answer the call, so he had to go find them and then gather them all together to get the orbs back. Some of them didn't return though, so we had to just get the orbs from them and then bring the orbs back to this place. And then from there, and then basically the Shrine Maiden was gonna do her thing. And whatever. Oh no, he summoned the power of Orochi to fight us as he slowly backs away. So yeah, basically we were given the power orbs. The power orbs chose us in place of the Shrine Maiden to come and deal with this stuff. And oh no, Susanoo, what the hell are you doing? Are you gonna save the day? Are you gonna save the day after I did like all the work? Fortunately, for a part like this, another thing I meant to bring up is I did get my Joy-Con sticks replaced, so in doing stuff like this, I don't have to worry about struggling against Joy-Con drift screwing up my inputs. So that should smooth things along a bit as we get further and things perhaps start getting difficult. Although this is the second major boss, and I just kind of wrecked him without really taking any damage. I got hit a couple times, but because of the barrier that you have, your divine barrier or whatever it's called, I was protected. You have a barrier in this game that just replenishes over time. And what it does is it just protects you from attacks. So long as that barrier is up, you'll get hit, but you won't take damage. And the barrier, I think it just replenishes over time or as you hit enemies or something. And, Susanoo's finally starting to piece things together. But he's angry about it. He wants to have his own strength instead of the gods showing him mercy by helping him. So yeah, you have this barrier and it can have up to 3 charges, and regardless of how strong of an attack you're hit by, the barrier charges will just absorb the attacks to give you a little bit of extra survivability, as if that was something you needed in this game. So yeah, in case my rambling wasn't particularly clear about why we're here, basically we came to this town, it was cursed. We went to the Shrine Maiden. She needed the power orbs to enter this shrine so she could purify it. The power orbs were in the possession of the canine warriors who weren't answering her call like they were supposed to for various reasons. Some of them had other commitments that they couldn't get away from, or they were trapped or busy or whatever. So we gathered them all together, brought them here. But then as the Shrine Maiden was about to come to this place, the power orbs chose us to come here in her stead. And so now we're here fighting off Crimson Helm and purifying the wind so we can bring peace back to this town. And we get a new weapon. Huzzahs are in order. We get stronger stuff. And now Waka is gonna steal the crystal thingy. Sounds like somebody's angry. Orochi is mad. He wants to kill stuff. And I'm pretty sure that's our next destination. Well, next destination as far as dungeons go anyways, the Moon Cave. And that should be a bit more eventful. That's the first major dungeon with the first real major boss in the game as we draw near the end of the first story arc. He's gonna give us a prophecy. That's what he does. I foresee a Rendezvous with a sweet little thing. I've always hated the spelling of that word. It's just one of those words that you look at and you're like, what? And I remember for a long time I had seen that word a couple times in books, but I had no idea that it was supposed to be rendezvous as a kid. So I just saw it and thought it was rendezvous, and I had no idea what it was supposed to mean, but after reading it a few times in various contexts over the years, it eventually occurred to me that it was rendezvous. I love how the options for saving are of course or not really. Just the yes answer is just like, yeah, obviously I want to save the game. And there's the Satomi Canine Warriors, or at least the ones we brought back. 3 of them, I believe it was 3, just couldn't come back for one reason or another. They had other obligations that they just couldn't answer the call. And then others were just in weird places, like one of them was trapped in a giant bamboo, or some just didn't want to come back, just didn't want to do anything because they're being lazy and hungry. But yeah, so we purified the wind, we defeated Crimson Helm, Waka fled with the crystal, but then there we go, that was the Gale Shrine. Still nothing too eventful, and that's kind of why I've wanted to do this run, because this game is just so easy. Even at this point in the game, it's still fairly early on, but just the fact that I'm a few dungeons in now, and it's still this easy, without upgrading my health, ink pots, or astral pouch at all. Yes, those aren't the most major things to upgrade compared to just getting stronger weapons and stuff, but at some point it's gonna have to get more difficult, especially as I start needing more ink on more expensive skills. There are a couple bosses later on where I really feel like it's gonna be rough going. But for now, that's it. We're done here. So I'll see you whenever I happen to get to the next dungeon and actually get around to doing it. I'm pretty sure it's the Moon Cave, but I could be mistaken. I can't really think of anything that's between this and that, though, aside from story bits that we're going to be skipping, because this run isn't about experiencing the story. It's about seeing if the game will be a decent challenge while I'm underpowered. So I'll see you next time or whatever.